Many years ago, in the local government of Igbo Eze North, the village of Uda, there lived a man named Udo. Udo was a very wealthy farmer. He was a kind and generous man, and he was loved by the villagers because of his kind nature. Udo was married to a very beautiful woman named Ezine, and they have two beautiful daughters named Nkemdili and Ugoma. Udo have a younger brother named Chidi, who also has his own family. Udo and his family live happily in love and harmony. Udo loved his wife and daughters so much. Despite Ezine, Udo's wife, did not bear a male child for him. In a village, well-made child are held in high esteem as the dimpa of the house, and females are regarded as less. Everything was going fine for them as Udo and his wife Ezine manage their farmlands and take good care of their children. However, everything turned around when Udo fell terribly ill and died. It was a very sad moment for Ezine and her daughters, as they were sad and devastated by the incident. The villagers came to console them, including Udo's brother Chidi and his families. After the burial of Udo, life turned around for Ezine and her daughters, as Chidi, Udo's younger brother, collected all Udo's property from them, saying that since Ezine did not bear a son for his brother, no one will carry on his brother's name, because her daughters will get married and bear their husband's name. But after much fighting from Nkemdili, Ezine's first daughter, Chidi reluctantly leave a very little piece of land for them and the house they live in. But Ezine was very sad and devastated. She will cry and think all night. Then she made up her mind that she must do everything possible for her husband's name not to go into extinction, and also collect back all her husband's properties from his brother Chidi. Life was very tough for Ezine and her daughters. Nkemdili, Ezine's first daughter, who was 18 years old and in the university, had to drop out from school because of financial problem, and she joined her mother to work in her late father's farm, while Ugoma, Ezine's second daughter, was about to write her WAEC. And one evening, they sat down to discuss the way forward as families. Ezine said to her daughters, "My daughters, I know everything have been difficult since your father, my husband, died. I want us to discuss what we can do to earn a living." Nkemdili said, "Mama, I have an idea. I will start working on people's farm so we can raise money and start selling vegetable in the market. Ugoma said, me I don't have any idea. I just want to go to the university. That's all. Ezine shouted, Mechonu, we are talking about how to earn a living. You are talking about university. Nkemdili said, Mama, leave her alone. By the grace of God, we are going to work hard and she will go to the university. Education is good. Ezine said, my daughter, me, I have an idea that will bring us out of all this problem forever. You see, in this our village, any lady that gave birth out of wedlock, like before marriage, the child automatically becomes her father's child, and he or she will bear the father's name. So I'm suggesting, Nkemdili, my daughter, please, can you help me, help your mother, and bear a son for your father, so he can carry on your father's name, and I will be able to collect all the properties that your uncle, that your wicked uncle, has collected from us. Nkemdili was shocked and surprised. She was speechless. Everywhere was silent for a minute, like a graveyard. Then Nkemdili spoke up. She said, Mama, I cannot do that. I plan to keep myself till I get married. Please, Mama, I cannot do that. Then she stand up and left. Ezine was sad and devastated, and she starts to cry, while Ugoma consoled her. The next day, Nkemdili went on with her normal life as if nothing happened. She wakes up in the morning, went out to work on people's farmland, and got paid after that day's work. She did that for months and was able to raise money for them to start the vegetable business. Since the last discussion of Ezine and her daughter, Nkemdili have avoided discussing that issue. So when she told her mother about the money she have raised for the vegetable business, Ezine was happy. Then she said, my daughter, what about our last discussion? Nkemdili replied, Mama, which discussion? As if she did not know what her mother was talking about. Ezine said, please, my daughter, help me now. Help me and bear a son for your late father. It is not against our tradition. Our tradition supports it. Nkemdili bluntly refused. She said, Mama, I cannot do it. Please. Then she walked away. Ezine did not say anything. Few days later, they started the vegetable business. And as God may have it, they have a lot of patronage. And in few months, the business have grown and they added fruits to the business. Ugoma wrote her WAEC and came out in flying colors. and got admitted into the university to study law. Few weeks later, Ugoma prepared and went to the school. Everything was going fine until one fateful day. Ezine woke up in the morning, prepared breakfast, gave Nkemdili her own portion. When Nkemdili finished eating, she knocked out, meaning she slept off. I don't need to tell you, the Nigeria movie that just played out. When Ezine saw that Nkemdili has fell asleep, she rushed out to go call the guy she has already paid to do a good job for her. And he did a good job. Ezine cleaned up Nkemdili as if nothing happened. Few hours later, Nkemdili woke up and was feeling very tired. Ezine prepared food for her to eat. Ezine went about her normal life as if nothing has happened. Until few weeks later, Nkemdili started to feel feverish and dizzy. And when she was tested, it was confirmed that she was pregnant. Nkemdili was shocked and surprised about the whole thing. But Ezine, her mother, was very happy and could not hold her joy. Nkemdili was curious. Then she asked, "Mama, why are you this happy? Instead of you to be sad and disappointed in me, you are excited." Ezine shouted, disappointed? Why? God has answered my prayers, and my late husband will have an heir. Nkemdili say, "Mama, I don't know how this happened though. I'm even confused. And you are excited. I don't know who is the father of this child though." Ezine said, "You don't need to be confused. You don't need. Everything is in perfect control." Nkemdili asked her mother, "Mama, are you responsible for this?" Ezine was speechless. She could not say a word. Nkemdili was shattered and devastated. She could not believe her mother could do such a thing to her. She cried and wept. All her dreams and aspirations has crashed. It is not enough that she has dropped out from school. Now, she will be a single mother. Oh God, Nkemdili said as she cried. While Ezine was very happy, believing that Nkemdili will give birth to a boy, and she will take her revenge on her husband's brother, Chidi. As weeks passed, Nkemdili's stomach began to protrude, and her mother, Ezine, was very happy and supportive till she put to bed. After 9 months, Nkemdili gave birth to a baby girl. Ezine was not really happy because she was expecting a male child. But as it stands, Nkemdili has to go through another pain of her mother's desperation. When Ugoma, Nkemdili's younger sister, came home for the semester break, She was surprised to see a newborn baby. When she asked, Ezinne told her how it happened. Ugoma was not disturbed or show any concern for her sister. She was okay with it as long as it does not affect her. When Kamsi, Nkemdili's daughter, was 2 years old, Nkemdili decided to learn a trade, fashion designer. She told her mother about it and she agreed. Nkemdili registered for the training, and in less than a year, she was good in what she does. And she opened her own shop. Nkemdili was skillful in making dresses, and she was patronized by a lot of people because of her gifted hands. In no time, young men in the village started approaching her for serious relationships and marriage. But her mother Ezinne was never in support of it because she has her own secret plan. Most people that are not in the village did not know that Nkemdili is the biological mother of Kamsi because it was kept as a secret from Kamsi. So Kamsi referred to Nkemdili as sister and Ezinne as mama. One day, Nkemdili asked her mother. She said, "Mama, why are you rejecting all the men that have come to ask for my hand in marriage?" Ezinne replied, "You will not get married though until you have bear a son for me. Period." She said and left. Nkemdili sat there looking surprised. Few weeks later, Ezinne called Nkemdili. She said, "My daughter, since you gave birth to a girl, you have to get pregnant again, so you can give me a male child. That is what I want." Nkemdili shouted, "Mama, never. It will not happen. And if you think you will trick me like you did before, it will not work. I will not do it again," she said firmly and walked away. Ezinne thought about what she will do so that it will be hard for Nkemdili to have a suitor, so she can become frustrated and yield to her plan. One night, Ezinne kept full pot of boiled water on the floor. Then she asked Nkemdili to go and get salt for her in the kitchen. When Nkemdili entered the kitchen, she hit her leg on the pot of boiled water and it poured on her leg. She sustained a big injury on her leg. Ezinne was not happy, but she felt it was the best to keep men away from her. Just as Ezinne wanted, men stopped approaching Nkemdili, but that did not stop her. Nkemdili was resilient and very determined to make a difference in her life. After so many years, Prince Onyeka, who have lived all his life outside the country, decided to come back to his father's land to look for a wife, settle down, and take over the throne, as his father the king has joined his ancestors. The news was all over the village that the prince, who lived all his life outside the country, is back to the village. The news was in the lips of all the young ladies of the village, who dreamt to be the prince's bride. Ezinne even called her daughter Ugoma to come back, as the prince has returned and will be looking for a beautiful lady to settle down with. Nkemdili cared less about the arrival of the prince, because she thought to herself, who will marry a lady with disabled leg, left alone the prince? So she removed her mind from it and focused on her business. Prince Onyeka was a good and kind-hearted man, just like his mother, the queen. The queen called his son and said, "My son, when will you pick a bride, or should I organize a contest for you?" Prince Onyeka replied, "No, mother. I just came back. Please give me some time. I need to be familiar with the village and the people." The queen responded, "Okay, no problem. I will give you as much time as you need. But if you did not find a lady, I will have no choice than to organize a contest." So they both agreed. One day, the prince was driving around the village for sightseeing. He dressed simple, so he was not looking different from the villagers. On his way, he saw some guys fighting. He decided to separate them. In the process, they tore his clothes. He left there quietly and asked for a nearby shop where he can mend his clothes. Someone directed him to Nkemdili's shop, and his clothes was amended. Prince Onyeka was drawn to Nkemdili because of her beauty and personality, and was curious to know why she had a fracture in her leg. From that day, Prince Onyeka will always come to see Nkemdili in her shop, and they will gist and discuss about life. Prince Onyeka loved the fact that Nkemdili was a very hard-working lady, and despite her disability, and he also loved her personality. She was kind-hearted and intelligent. One day, Prince Onyeka decided to drop Nkemdili at home after she closed from the shop. Ezinne welcomed him warmly, without knowing that he was the prince. And Prince Onyeka did not disclose his identity. Anytime he was asked about his background, he will say, "I came from the city to visit a friend." When Prince Onyeka left, Ezinne asked Nkemdili about him and how they met. Nkemdili replied, "Mama, Onyeka is just my friend oh, and he came to my shop one day to mend his clothes. So that is how we met. Ezinne replied, he looks good and also rich. If I have him as a son-in-law, it won't be bad though. Mama, we are just friends so he has not said anything about marriage, Nkemdili said. Ezinne laughed. Who is talking about you? I'm talking about your sister, Ugoma, who will want to marry a lady who have one bad leg. Abeg, Nkem, no make me laugh. You should be thinking about how to give me a son, not marriage. Please, help me and link him to your sister Ugoma. They will make a good couple. Ezinne said and left. Nkemdili was very sad and devastated by her mother's words. Ugoma, Nkemdili's sister, tried to advertise herself to Onyeka, but he did not look her side. Few months later, Onyeka professed his love to Nkemdili, and she accepted. He even took her to see the queen. That is when Nkemdili knew that Onyeka is the prince. The queen welcomed Nkemdili warmly. She said, "My daughter, my son have told me a lot about you and how hardworking and diligent you are. You are welcome. Feel at home." Nkemdili was surprised but at the same time very happy. When she got home, she told her mother about everything that happened. She was not really happy for her. She wanted Ugoma to be the bride, not Nkemdili. And Ugoma was filled with jealousy and looked for a way to destroy their relationship. Then she sought for an opportunity to talk with Prince Onyeka. When she saw him, she told him that Nkemdili was the daughter of Kamsi. Prince Onyeka was very disappointed and heartbroken. He called Nkemdili to confirm what Ugoma said. When he discovered it was the truth, he stopped picking her calls. Nkemdili was very angry and mad. She faced her mother and sister with great anger. She shouted, "Mama, hope you are happy now. You have always planned to destroy my life. Thanks to you, Onyeka is angry with me and have stopped picking my calls because of Ugomaye. Went and told him that I am the mother of Kamsi." As they were talking, Kamsi came out. Hearing what Nkemdili have said, she was sad, but she forgave her mother Nkemdili because Nkemdili have always treated her like a good sister and mother. Ezinne pleaded and asked Nkemdili to forgive her for all she has done to her. That she did it out of desperation. Ugoma also asked for Nkemdili forgiveness, and she forgave them. That night, Prince Onyeka could not sleep. The next day, he went to Nkemdili's house. When Nkemdili saw him, she was surprised He asks, "Why did you not tell me?" Nkemdili explained everything to him, how her mother arranged the pregnancy, and Kamsi is her late father's child, according to tradition. So Prince Onyeka forgave Nkemdili and told Ezine that he is going to order Chidi, her late husband's brother, to return all the properties he has collected immediately. Ezine was very happy and thanked Prince Onyeka. 2 months later, Prince Onyeka and Nkemdili got married. Immediately after their marriage, Nkemdili took in, and when the date of her delivery drew closer, they traveled overseas for Nkemdili to have her baby. And to the glory of God, she gave birth to twins boys. And Prince Onyeka used the opportunity. He asked the doctors to conduct a surgery on Nkemdili's fractured leg. And to the glory of God again, the surgery was successful and Nkemdili was whole once again. They came back to the village. Everyone was happy for the gifts of a twins boys. The queen, Ezine and Ugoma, and all the villagers was very happy for them. Prince Onyeka and Nkemdili live happily forever. I'll be bringing the moral lesson of this story from the Bible, from Jeremiah 1 verse 5, that says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I know you. Before you were born, I sanctify you and ordain you a prophet to the nation." I want you to know that before you came into this world, God has a plan for your life and destiny. Just like the case of Nkemdili, her mother have another plan for her, but God have greater plans for her life. So I want you to bear in mind that God have great plans for you, and destiny can only be delayed but can never be denied. And I see those great plans that God have for you coming to pass in your life in the name of Jesus. Hi, beautiful people of African Folktales by Ify Best. Please let me know in the comment section what you learned from this story. And if you want me to give you a hug in my next video, let me know where you are watching this video from. And please, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. It is free. Subscribe and support your girl. And like and share this video to your loved ones. And I see God blessing you in the name of Jesus. So it is a bye from here until I bring another story your way. God bless you.